Crafty friend, it's Justine, and as promised, I am here today with my letterpress card video. Now, if you watched my video on Saturday, you saw me use the letterpress and give my thoughts and opinions and all sorts of things on that video. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and check that out. But if you're not interested, that's fine. Welcome to today's video. I am going to show you 4 different cards with the letterpress that I have already pressed, and now I'm going to put them all together. So I am super excited because 2 of them are kind of masculine-ish cards, and I know people are always looking for inspiration for masculine cards. I'm also pulling out a few dies that are in my craft stash, and they might be in yours too, and just giving them a little bit of new life on this card. So stick around. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start off with this first card. I used the mulberry to make this letterpress. It is gorgeous. I just love the clean lines that the letterpress gives, and I love the debossed look. Now, my background here is a background that was technically a stitching background, and this is a background that was part of one of the monthly stitched clubs. But I really liked the little diamonds here, so I just figured I'm going to use it today on this card, and even though I'm not using the stitched part of the die, I'm just going to give this a quick trim since there's a little light purple edge. Okay, and now the other die that I am pulling out from my stash is the Be Bold Blooms. I know everyone loves that one, and I do too. So I figured I would use that on this card just as a little accent, because I really did want the BetterPress image, the BetterPress piece, which is this one, to be kind of the star of the show. And I just love that it says hello so boldly, and it just is gorgeous. Like they say with the Spellbinders YouTube channel, I wish there was touch-o-vision, because this is just so pretty and it's really fun just to feel. So with the Be Bold Blooms, I pulled out just 2 flower dies, kept it simple, and then the leaves. And I feel like this is kind of dark. Should I turn another light on? I don't know. Does that help? Not like you can answer me anyway, but there we go. Maybe that helps. I'm going to use the little green leaves as an accent for my large flower, just by adding a little bit of glue like that. It's all set. How adorable is that? I did not cut out any of the center part of the flower, any of the center pieces for the flower, because I wanted to use some kind of a bling gem or something just to give this card a little more bling. And the little flower is going to go right about there, and then I'm going to put the other flower kind of underneath it, kind of under but next to it. So I'm going to put just a little dot there, and then just kind of sneak it in like that. I think I'm just going to sneak it right over here. I'm going to use these little embellishments. This is the taupe style, and I'm going to use that size on the smaller ones. I am almost out of these embellishments. I just love using them, so I probably should pick up some more. Then I can use them on more cards. I don't think I'm going to use this size here. I think maybe I'll add a gem. I'm going to add a gem to the small flowers. It just looks a little too big for what I'm going for. I'm gonna grab my bling basket and see what I can come up with. I'm feeling kind of blingy today, so I'm gonna use some clear rhinestones and just give it a little pop. Alright, well, this card is finished. I will add it to a card base sometime here, but there it is. Card number 1. Alright, now moving on to my next one. I was super excited because I wanted to use these gears. I picked this die set up a while ago, probably a year, and I hadn't really done much with it because I didn't find anything in my stash that would kind of like inspire me to use it, but until I started letterpressing. And now, look at this. It's going to be a note card with gears. How fun is that? I just am excited. So I'm just really excited about this card. Sometimes it just takes kind of putzing around and playing with different pieces to really kind of get the ideas flowing for me. I know the gears usually need to be like lining up like that, but I'm going to have mine overlapping because there's no rules in my craft room here, so that's just going to have to be fine. I used a mixture of different colors for die cutting. I really like the way that the silver mirror cardstock pops on the card, and I love the way that the black cardstock looks with the black ink from the BetterPress. I just think that that is a good combination. I'm going to have a lot of these coming off of my card just because I think that the look of that is kind of fun and like a machine, I guess. I am going to have some cut off pieces from the edges where it doesn't line up, so we'll see if I need to add more as I go, but I think that's pretty good for now. Then I'm just going to add everything with my liquid glue. I will just say a little plug or advertisement, if you will, for my next video, which will be up tomorrow, is all about letterpressing again, but with watercolors. So if you are interested in inspiration for that, subscribe and come back tomorrow. I really enjoy watercoloring just in general with life because it just, the way I watercolor is more of like a whimsical-ish way. And I think that the BetterPress is a great way to kind of use my watercolor dreams, if you will, on, because the ink works really well once it is dry. It dries really quickly and it doesn't go anywhere with watercolors. And I've used it on a few different cards here and I really like the look that it gives. So if you're interested, check that one out tomorrow. Oh, I just love this. I am such a bling girl. I just love the sparkle, the gems, rhinestones, pearls, but there's just something about a masculine card that really is interesting to me too, because I need a lot of masculine cards in general. My husband receives cards from me, my dad, and I have a few people at work that I give cards to. And then, of course, friends and family know that I make cards, so sometimes they'll ask for cards. And a lot of times it's for a man, and not all men want the sparkle and rhinestones. So I need something that's a little more masculine. And when I was making this card, I totally thought about my brother-in-law, who is a mechanic, and I think that he kind of inspired this card. He's a really good mechanic too. Okay, now for the great chop. I'm going to use my Spellbinders shears and just snip off any of the extras. So I'm just going to line up my right blade of my scissors to the BetterPress paper and then just snip off any extras. Oh, this is just so fun. I love it so much. Okay, I'm going to be done adding, even though my too much brain wants to add all of them, but we're just going to keep her moving and just go to the next card. Oh, I just love that. Isn't that pretty? I hope you like it just as much as I do. Okay, now this one is a very simple take on a letterpress card. I used the Postal Edge dies to cut out both of these. So this has little dots going around the edge, and this cuts to an A2 size card. And then this is the next nesting die, if you will, that goes in there, and it just looks like a stamp, and I think that is just really cool. I have all of the shapes from the Postal Edge dies, and I use them all the time. I especially love the circles and the ovals and the rectangles, but the slim line is cool as well. and I've definitely used that one a few times too. So it's really easy to use dies like that with the letterpress images because it just kind of takes it from this pressed piece to almost a finished card really quickly. Then on this one, I'm going to add circles. And I know Nuvo drops, usually when you have Nuvo drops, it's like, okay, well, that's going to be kind of a girly card. But with this blue, it's called Midnight Blue. And this, I hope that it kind of reads a little bit more masculine, but also really pretty. But this Midnight Blue is so pretty in real life. I wish you could see it. It's so nice. And when it dries, it just creates this nice little bubble, this nice little bump on the card, and it's almost like an enamel dot, but it's not at all. You have control of how big the circle is, how much you want to squirt out. It just is fabulous. I love Nuvo drops, and I definitely need to find some good storage for them, but really these three are the ones that I keep on my desk because they're fabulous. This is the Midnight Blue, this one's Morning Dew, it dries clear, and then the White Blizzard, which has this like light little sparkle to it. Just fabulous. And that's it for this card. Look how simple but elegant this is. I love it. Okay, now the next one is my last one. We're gonna let the girly girl side show totally. I'm going to just wait for the BetterPress part to show you. I'm going to put down this pattern paper on this hot pink cardstock. This patterned paper is from a card kit from 2019, I think. I have had it in my pattern paper stash, and just frankly speaking, I was hoarding it because I thought it was really pretty, and I was inspired by the pink dye from the letterpress, from the BetterPress, to use it on. And look at how pretty that is with the glitter paper border. Oh, it is gorgeous. So we're going to add that right to the pattern paper, and it will be a very beautiful note card. And then of course, to finish it off, we're going to add some embellishments because it's not sparkly enough. Haha. I'm going to add these embellishments, which are from this month's card kit, and I think I'm going to be picky and pick out the embellishments that I want. So I just love how generous Spellbinders club kits are. They come with so many embellishments, and I mean, even if you made 20 cards and you put embellishments on all 20 cards, you wouldn't use up all of the embellishments. There's that many, and I've pulled these out for a few different cards now, and I really just love adding this specific embellishment pack onto my cards. It just is going to be one that goes right into my bling basket, and I'm going to be pulling it out again. I just know it. So that is card number 4 all finished. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you would, please let me know which one is your favorite. Is it the pink, the blue, the gears, or the Be Bold Blooms brown and purple card? Let me know in the comments. I think if I had to pick one as my absolute favorite, I would pick the gears because it's just kind of different for me, but that's just my style. Now looking at it, I feel like it needs a black border. Okay, well, we're just going to take a little turn here. I'm going to put the other cards up here and be really careful with that blue because those Nuvo drops are still wet. I'm going to actually cut down this card just a little because I'm going to make it an 8. I'm going to put a black border on it. It needs it. My brain says do it, so I am going to do it. Can you tell that I like black cardstock? Look at how many panels I have already on my desk, pre-cut, ready to go for me. I actually just was cutting a whole bunch of card panels, card base panels, if you will, as I was editing videos the other day, and it was really satisfying to have a whole basket now full of card panels that my black and white didn't even fit in the basket. So that was lovely. Oh yeah, that looks so cool with the black background. Now, before I said it was my favorite card, and now it's absolutely my favorite card from this set. Anyway, I would love to know your favorite. I will link all of the products that I used down in the description, so if you're interested in finding something specific, just check there. And again, let me know your favorite in the comments. Have a fabulous day, and I hope you get to craft soon. We'll see you next time. Bye!